this is Silver. Today, please, no, don't. Oh, today has been awful. God, you know what? I'm sick. Gonna have this feeling here, but it's not the thing is here. We call them in Spanish amygdalas. I don't know how they are called in English, so I'm sorry, but I feel them. I feel them, and I hate it because it's like I have something stuck in my throat. I don't care anymore. You know what? Let's just go into this. Have you noticed I made my webcam smaller so you don't have to see my fugly face so big there in the corner? Looking good. Whatever. Papyrus is there? Is in the shot? I can see him. Yeah, he is. Okay. Entonces, why? I'm mixing up English and Spanish. Okay, let's just start with this because now we're gonna go with the pilot, and I'm kind of excited. I don't know why. I'm kind of excited. My whole family have a great history with the Air Force. I don't know. Maybe it's that, or maybe it's I just love planes because I used to make plane models. Oh jeez, I wanna go back to that. Why can't I go back to? Oh yeah, because I don't have time. But whatever, let's get into it. We have Friendsim. We go with Vicaretite. I still don't know how you pronounce that, so you're gonna be just Vicarin. Alright, let's go. It's probably best for you to stop trying to predict what's going to happen to you at this point. Oh, we are in the crash place. Okay. What's going to happen to you at this point? Everything that's happened so far in this planet has been kind of chaotic. In fact, you're ready for something more familiar. You head back to the site of your abandoned spaceship. Sure, it's smashed beyond repair, but it's a little slice of home. Maybe at least one or two pieces of it are fixable. You march off in what you think is the right direction. But when you get there, you're not alone. A little guy in a hat and big goggles is standing there gazing at your spaceship, maybe assessing it. As you watch, he breaks off a couple gears and stuff them in the. He's stealing! He's stealing! Hey, you cleared your throat, lowly. Good galloping, Gravy. Why, I've never seen the likes of you before. Why, is that Scottish? How you make a Scottish accent? Please don't bring the Merida video, please. What strange wonders the heavens have rained down upon us today? You quickly lost any indignation you were building up. He's smiling at you and his words seem at least somewhat amicable. That's nice. His horns... I just noticed his horns go backwards instead of forward. Oh boy. He's aerodynamic. Maybe you got this all wrong. Maybe this is the next person you're going to get chummy with. You got right to the chase. No point in beating around the ground leaf covering. That's probably what they call it on this planet. You let this guy know you're the proprietor of the spaceship he's tripping, and you're in mighty need of a new friend. A friend, eh? A bosom companion, a ball about town. I see nary a dumb man, Dicos or Harry around these parts who might fit the bill. You were kind of trying to imply that this guy could be your friend. Is it too late to say that now? Try to imply it with your eyebrows. As for me, day-to-day matters here on Eternia interest me not. For I care only for what? This guy is... I love him. I already love him. I'm sorry, I love him. For I care only for about hurling a great speed through the boundless expanse of the cosmos. That's right, space! A space flight that consumes my every waking thought of all my ardor. As in accordance with my duty as a future Eternial Crusader, of course. Okay, so he's a space traveler instead of how you call them? A pilot, a plane pilot. Okay? Also, you know, winds, total vacuum. That is the life for me, alright. Flying in space, above the atmosphere, not within the realm of gravity purview, wouldn't have it any other way. Right. You get the feeling you're missing something. This guy seems really defensive about his interest in spaceflight. Like maybe he's trying to say something totally different? Whatever it is, his internal conflict clearly takes precedence over your issues. He seems like a great candidate for a friend despite the fact that his voice sounds like it belongs over a newsreel about World War II. Really? Boy. I have just one query for you, sport, if I may be so bold. Do you also like spaceflight? Do you yearn to see the moon shining above, the clouds creeping by as you chase and tease a impish western wind? And then also keep going past that up into space. I love space. I would love to go to space, so that's the answer. But tell him you're not sure about spaceflight. I mean, if I had the opportunity to go to space, even if it's a certain dead opportunity to go to space, I will take it because I will be going to space. Boy. Well then, we're in total agreement. Two kindred souls traveling hand in hand into a glorious yet inevitable future of conscripted service in space. You noticed that since 2 or 3 guys before I surrender about making voices, so whatever. Which is, as I already made clear, a thing I most definitely and positively desire. Let's see if we have nothing more to discuss. Toodaloo. What? No! What? Oh no! But we had a lot to discuss! Like how much we love space! Or maybe other stuff. Okay, I need to go back to that. A second. Okay. I'm not sure about spaceflight then, and I don't know. It's just winning. You see them sparkle? I see. You're an individual with more sophisticated palate. No, I'm not sophisticated at all. A real connoisseur of the bouillons, aren't you, huh? Someone like you will never be satisfied with that anemic affair trolling through the inky blackness of the galaxies. I believe a young to my hive is in order. Let's get a wiggle on. Whatever. Oh shit, I skipped something. The friendly guide takes you to a building where all of the rooms seems to be balanced on spindly looking steels. The hive soars above you up into the sky. It looks nice. Here there's a little platform attached to a pulley system, like a rudimentary elevator. It brings you up into a small dark room. Ooh, space! Alright, I love it. It's pretty much what you have guessed. The walls are covered in star maps and pictures of spaceships. You notice that many of them have cheery slogans splashed across them saying things like "Explore the galaxy because you are required to fulfill your duty to society" and "Enlist, travel, make friends, don't get cool." Oh boy, it's propaganda. Your new friend doesn't seem too happy as he looks around the place. It's the high for a dedicated spacecraft enthusiast, isn't it? You know, you're not sure what this is leading to, but no one ever went wrong relying on non-specific and plausible deniable agreement. Oh, my fooling! You rumble me, potential new chum. What you see before you is a college of falsehood. I'm nothing but an avatar of balloony. And through the myriad temptation and desires of space do nothing to tickle my biscuit. The thought of participating in the glorious eternal conquest gives me the screaming memes. Memes? My interest lies in something a little lower down. Alright. He reads off and peels back one of the posters. Behind it's another poster, this one showing a view of the clouds in the night sky. Behold my shame! The truth is, I long to toss and turn within the grasp of Mistress Gravity's red fingers. To traverse the sky, can such a thing be? Imagine flying with the confines of Eternia's very atmosphere. Oh, you wanna be a plane pilot? You don't wanna go to space, you wanna be a plane pilot. Alright, I get it. Okay, space is great, but this is great too. Your friend, follow your dreams. Oh boy, you're gonna get cold if you don't do that. Boy. Defying the very convention of what we all know to be true. Instead of down, up, instead of falling, soaring. Can you imagine? Can you see it before you? I can actually. Could you ever dream of the existence of such a flying machine? Tell him. Okay, that will be a dick move. I'm not sure how this is gonna end. Well, he can get away with it and just explain it to me, I think. But the future is ours to build, my strange hue and unhorned comrade. What do you think? Does it excite you? Do my ideas rattle your buttons? You can't help but notice that he's referred to you as a chum and a comrade, but Frenna hasn't made an appearance yet. Does he know new scout? Or is it just a tick of his speaking style? Maybe it's a tick, maybe we are already friends. You look as earnest as you can and not vigorously. You're almost positive this is the thing he really wants you to express interest in. Ah, the truth will out! You and I share this furtive passion for the indulgence of this air. A dialogue between a troll, a time machine, and the stars. Further away from the stars than we will be in a spaceship. I cannot stress enough how different of a thing it is. This is. Oh boy, this is terrible. You can't decide between nodding and shaking your head here. So you furrow your brow and do your best to look thoughtful, like maybe you are contemplating the differences. This fellow's demeanor towards you is definitely shading to be the more temperate climate zones. However, certain physical needs are starting to assert themselves. You're still pretty banged up from your previous adventures, but right now the aching of your stomach is screaming for attention. You humbly ask your friend to be if there might be any chance of getting a bite to eat. But of course, what if I know you had a rumbling in the old digestion bladder I will have shut my jabber tooths with? Time for a good old nosh, a jabberoonie! What who? Yahoo! Now, how will we obtain the victories? We could venture into the great unknown, which is to say out of my hive. Or we could stay here, beholden to whatever twists and turns Lady Faye has in store for us in the nutrition block. What you say, new timer? Oh, there's more decisions! If we stay in here, I'm gonna keep talking about planes? We can go out and see the stars? What? Why there is you know what? This is the first time I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna save. I don't wanna I'm not sure. But this close menu. Alright, I saved just in case. Go out and look for food. Stay in hive. Let's go out, let's see the star. From your buddy in Chelmsford, it sounds like he can salvage ensure if there's any food in the house. Best to risk it and go outside. You tell him your decision. Tough choice, Bugaroo! Freaking is how I while away most of my time, after all. There's just one small matter trouble to the old brain power. If we're venturing out in the unknown yonder, we shall obtain some chow for my Lusus as well. What? No, go back. How you go back? No, he said something. He'd be a real grumpy Gustav if he goes too long without his nosh. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Draw yourself up proudly. It's taking a lot of these hard runs in and borrowing close shaves, but you know all about Lusus. Lususes. It's Luci. Did I hear a dog? Was that a dog? Okay. Draw yourself up proudly. It's taking a lot. Okay. Lususes. You inquired about Gustav, was it? It's Luci. Ho, what a card you are! No, my Lusus. Call him the Canary. He whips up a photo and shows a smaller version of himself. His horns nothing but stuff. A far too big pair of beetle gurgles slipping off his nose. Standing behind him is a large white foal, a big scraggly wings folded back against its body. You want to say an emu? Whatever it is, it's definitely not a canary. Big touches the top of your paw heads with something that might count as affection. He's not a persnickety sort. All kind of bugs and leaves will tickle his fancy. Shall we away? Shall we break the horizon that rushes forward to meet us with astounding grace? Shall we give ourselves over to the current of time's great river? Sure, you tell him. You can leave the house. It's getting a lot easier to pay attention to only the words this guy says that actually make sense. You're gonna enjoy his way of speaking though. If nothing else, it gives you the feeling that he's really excited about this food quest you're going on together. Alright? Your alien ball leads you back down through the pulley system and outside again. The trip is not so easy on your best read. The thing about walking is when you walk, your body moves. You had better times, so you're saying. You indicate as much as to your companion. Oh boy, I hear you moving while attached to a turning surface. It's the worst kind of hooey. Oh no, it's not. It's my ribs. They're poking my lungs and stomach, if you ask me. The moment when autonomous flight is invented, travels even closer to the present. And you hear it approach, the wail of a distant klaxon, the call to adventure. It beckons us forward through the years, a golden thread stretching ever onward to that glorious inevitability. I don't know how to speak. That's not what you meant, but his excitement cheers you up a little. Maybe you will feel better in the future when someone invents flight on this planet. Certainly, by that time either you'll later be further along in your healing or dead. Either way, thinking about that future brings a little rosy glow to your heart. You ask your body where you're going next. The worries are bivalvular sea creature. We'll go wherever the wind calls our names. Great? I'm not sure if that great it's sincere. But it is a short-term answer you're inquiring after. There's a specific plant the canary likes to eat. It's got white petals and leaves as red as its most lurid desires. Could you give it a holler if your balls fall on something that persuasion? You agree to keep an eye out. You continue struggling along beside him, wincing whenever your steps jolt your injuries. Maybe a little conversation will help distract you. Just your new friend, what got him so interested in flying in the first place. What could be better? Up there, free of worldly concerns, the wind in your face and the horizon at your back. Seeing the continent spread out below you, finally feeling that your personal aesthetic is appropriate for the given circumstances. You chew over this one for a minute or two. It seems like what really makes this guy stick is the travel and adventure thing. Or maybe that's just what you're getting from his general demeanor, and pretty much everything he said up until now. You're never to bring up anything that might make him dislike you, but in the interest of bonding, you forge ahead. And you say with apprehension maybe, some similarities between flying and space travel, like maybe being in a spaceship close. Oh no! You don't do that! Some of these urges. What? No! You ruined it! There may be some superficial similarities to the common torque, but in essence the blood pressure and soul of each, as different as night and day, as a mountain and a ditch, a star and a mud puddle. Don't get a fellow wrong, space travel is fine. Well, it's the only way to satisfy our bloodthirsty and nearly mortal overlords. And I look forward to such time when I can be of service in the eternal milestone grind of intergalactic conquest. But it's missing the punch, the pizzazz, the kaboom! Oh boy, that drunk beast! What's going on? What is a drunk beast? Drunk honk? It's a goose? Are you talking about a goose? Just as you fear, you step in it now. You're searching for a response when out of the corner of your eye you spot a cluster of white flowers. Really, if you point them up to your companion, who races over to gather them, but when he holds one up, you can see it has blue leaves, not red. Your shoulders drop. Seems like all you're doing is disappoint your buddy, who has been so nice to you, or at least that's what you think. You read between the lines of his confusing speaking style. Fear not, my smooth-headed compatriot. These are not the losses ration we saw, but this plan is people's too. What I mean to say is we can eat it, since we're people, or it's food for people, not food made of people. To be clear. Okay. He goes back with a fistful of the flowers and hands you one of the blue leaves. You're not all sure that food that's safe for your body will be safe for you as well, but at this point you don't have much to lose. Besides, with the way your stomach is groaning, it might as well be a perfectly seared stick. You put it on your mouth. Chewing on the leaf, you feel even more affectionate toward this guy than before. You were worried this trip was just turning into an excuse for him to run some kind of household errand, but he really did find you something to eat. You're desperate to find some way to show him that you understand his interest. You want to connect him in on a deep soul level. Anything to get him to look at you with a treasured glow of friendship in his eyes. Well, that's not a glow, that's the reflection of the goggles. Whenever he mentions space travel, he talks about how it's something that he has to do, some kind of necessary obligation. So maybe there's a reason he's fixated on an activity that is kind of similar, but just a little different. Maybe he doesn't want to do the required thing, the space conquest, but doesn't have it in him to rebel entirely all the way. Maybe airplane flight or whatever similar thing he is envisioning is a compromise between what he has to do and what he wants to do. A balance. A guy must find in order to live as an individual in a society that shapes one's desire from birth. Occasionally open your mouth, harp on your venture to ask your pal if he maybe would rather not satisfy the demands of the bloodthirsty overlords, if maybe a part of him wants to get into his flying machine and well, live for real. Oh! No! This is gonna be so bad! Please no! That's nice crying! And he's taken back. Maybe you should never have said it. What a huge mistake. You're probably pushing his pressure out of your reach for good now. By panicking, you point to the side, yelling that you see a big field of white flowers in that direction. Your potential friend leaps into action, seemingly also glad to be given a reason not to answer this question. He races forward in the direction you indicate. Oh, no! Why you ruin everything? So yeah, when your new acquaintance vanishes, instantly you realize you didn't look where you were pointing. While walking, you immediately came closer to the edge of a— Oh no! But your companion has now disappeared over! No! Your inside your stomach exploding with fear. This is absolutely the opposite of what you wanted. You look down in horror. Your friend now looks approximately how you felt when you first crash landed on this Earth planet. He's conscious, his face frozen in shock, but one leg is twisted underneath him in a nasty— Oh no! My friend! You may not be familiar with his alien anatomy, but you're almost positive that it shouldn't look like that. You call out to him in distress, sure he's going to castigate you. For your mistake, the strangeness of his language won't make it hurt any less to lose its guy's trust forever. What? Oh, look at me, no! His voice flows up in the ground below, weak with so much jovial. Is it possible he's not angry? Oh, you're seven, it's all blood to the body and spirit. Did you see? Did your beat up so on a car before you made me such? Well, I make you jump from a cliff! I feel like Friska now. I flew! Seriously! Just for a moment, but it happened. An ecstasy like none I ever known. Well, state, is it really possible that he could be taking this so well that maybe your big fucked up was a step in the right direction after all? It's definitely a little worrying to hear him celebrate that dangerous fall. Yeah, that's worrisome. None of that matters if you can secure his friendship at last. My strange associate, come on down here. We will celebrate the grand fashion this eve. How did you know that every Zion drone Federer will bring me such joy? You're a fine fellow. A truly superb friend. He used the word. You heard? Let me tell you, he said it. Of course, you know how to find some way to climb down a cliff with your messed up ribs, not to mention figuring out how to transport someone with a broken leg back to the house. You're not really sure if that's possible, or when the adrenaline that's got you this far will give out and force you to succumb to your own pain. But with an eye full of difficulties ahead of you, you couldn't ask for a better bond that knowing you'll face them hand in hand with your friend. Assuming he didn't hurt his hand as well. No matter, you did it! We're friends? Oh, poor baby! No! No, poor baby! Oh, your leg shouldn't be like that! Oh no, it's a victory! I mean, it says victory. I don't know if this is supposed to happen, but I'm happy. Friend, you're gay. We're friends. I feel like Briska forcing Tavros to jump from a cliff and he got paraplegic. You just broke your leg, right? You can use the other one, right? It's everything fine, right? Yeah, it's everything's fine. We made up. Oh no! Oh boy! That was too much. I'm not into stuff that difficult, if you ask me. So, anyways, oh boy, why our friendships had to do with pain? What is pain does to do with this? Oh boy, but that was fun. This guy was cool. I love him. I liked him. Oh boy, he likes to fly. Oh boy. Anyways, that was real good. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.